Indiana Governor Mike Pence joins me now. All right, some fighting words from the head of the union. I know you wrote a letter to the president. I'm assuming you didn't talk about Popeye and spinach, but you had strong words?
No, look, the evidence on your program right now is that there's strong bipartisan support for moving forward with the Keystone Pipeline. And when I got word that the White House had put the decision on hold one more time late last week, I just wanted to weigh in with the president on behalf of the people of Indiana, the people of our state who believe in energy independence. I mean, this Keystone Pipeline, according to federal officials, is going to support more than 40,000 American earnings all across the country. And here in Indiana, where we manufacture pipelines, we make engines for large trucks, it's going to have an impact literally all over the country, as well as an impact on our energy independence. It's just an idea whose time has come. It's met with broad consensus, and I just wanted the president to hear from this heartland governor that it's time to make a decision to move forward on the Keystone Pipeline.
I'm assuming you did not get a response yet, but please let me know when you do, and we'll have back. Meantime, tensions in eastern Ukraine reaching a boiling point over the weekend. As you know, pro-Russian separatists battle Ukrainian troops and citizens. Well, now anti-terrorism operation is underway after a politician's body was reportedly found. I want you to listen to Vice President Joe Biden. He says it's up to the Kremlin to rein them in.
We call on Russia to stop supporting men hiding behind masks in unmarked uniforms, sowing unrest in eastern Ukraine.
So what do you make of the Vice President's words? Enough?
Well, I think his words are right. I think they're helpful, but I don't think they're sufficient. As I said last week in Berlin when I was on a trade mission for the state of Indiana, drawing on my experience on the Foreign Affairs Committee in Washington, I said it's time for some deeds, not just words. And I think strengthening our trade relationship between the EU and the United States by passing the transatlantic trade agreement that is being discussed and negotiated today is important. And I also think extending missile defense to Poland and the Czech Republic that this administration sidelined back in 2009 would send exactly the right message. That combination of economic strength and also strategic investment, I think, would send the right message with the right actions in response to Russian aggression.
Well, back to the domestic front, you have become the first state in the nation to say no to Common Core, a very controversial education program. Why?
Well, look, I really give a lot of credit to parents and grassroots activists all over the state of Indiana who knew that we could do better than Common Core. And I was very pleased to sign legislation to have Indiana become the first state to drop out of the Common Core national education standards. We've done that. We're in the process right now working with over 150 teachers and college and university faculty, as well as input from Hoosiers all over the state, to write our own standards. And Gretchen, I just believe, as I did throughout my years in Congress, that education is a state and local function. And decisions about standards or curriculum or textbooks are best made by the families, the parents, and the communities that rely on them. And so I'm proud of our state for stepping forward. I think we're leading the way on reaffirming that principle that education is a state and local function, and I'm proud of the process and the standards we're creating.
Right. It's a very divisive issue, as you know, even within the same parties. But we're glad to have you on the program today to explain your decision. Governor Mike Pence, thanks for your time.